Hi, my name is Pamela, and this is my daughter Taylor.
Hi.
I am coming to you to say, first of all, thank you. I appreciate you opening up this to everyone that wants to speak. I am a parent of a child who has disabilities. My daughter, because of the inclusion that is offered in this county, my daughter goes to High Point High School. We live in Laurel, but my daughter goes to High Point High School, and she has regular classes, extended ed, and special classes. And it is because of the safety net and the supports that High Point offers that my daughter can take child care, ROTC, U.S. history,
and also
and also be a part of Youth with Purpose. We wanted to come to let you know the importance of the budget regarding children in special ed. Even though my daughter's in a CRI program, she is fully inclusive with her peers. She's even considering taking band, but I'm asking her why, because she just thinks it's something that she should be doing. But because of that, my daughter is she has a chance now to have a full life and be a contributing member of our society. I also wanted to point out the Laurel Library, specifically because of what they offer persons with disabilities as well as typical persons. The library is a safe place for my daughter. My daughter is an auditory learner, and if anyone doesn't understand, she tested 129% on the bell curve. And because of that, she does well with books on tape. We're taking advantage of what the library offers, and my daughter's able to go into the teen section and get a book, and then I could match it with the book on tape. And we just wanted to let you know the importance of that.
The teens novels.
Right, the teen novels, yeah. So I think Taylor's supposed to speak next year. But just to let you know exactly, what your budget, what the impact would be on my daughter. And
Great.
okay, your turn.
And
This is Taylor Brown.
this is Taylor Brown.
Taylor Brown.
All right.
You can tell us some of the stuff that you do at the library.
Some of the stuff I've been doing at the library is like reading, using the computer, sometimes studying, and I think it will help us a lot if you help us with the budget cuts or whatever. That way we can go to the library more, and so people won't have to be mad about that the library has short
Right.
time.
And also, we wanted to let you know, Disability Mentoring Month is in October. And Laurel Library participated with Disabilities Mentoring Month. And it provided an opportunity for persons with disabilities to tour the library to see what careers they could possibly have working with the library system. And all of that, Mr. Jones, who helped me set that up, is definitely open to other, as well as I'm sure the other libraries in the county. They provide opportunities for students outside of the school. My daughter can go there and read. She can, she knows the library now, what the librarian does, the information desk, that she could possibly have a career or even volunteer with the libraries. And it's things like this that we take for granted as typical persons, the importance of having the library and departments like that and buildings like that within the county that help persons with disabilities. It opens up their world. So I just want to say thank you, and keep doing what you're doing, and I know that there's always going to be a place for everyone in this county because of you.
Well, thank you, and thank you, Taylor, for coming and testifying. This helps us a lot with our budget. Thank you, and thank you for using the library.
Thank you.
If there's someone who has not signed up who'd like to testify, this is a good time. Please, if you could announce your name as you come to the microphone.
I used to live in Prince George's County.
What? You moved?
But I moved to Howard County because I couldn't get a business license in Prince George's County for home-based business. It did involve customers. The one criteria was inventory, and from what I understood about the law, it was supposed to be giving me a business license, but the office wouldn't do it. And Howard County did the paperwork. I'd be happy to come back to Prince George's County, but you want to create new businesses, and starting business, you often are doing part-time until you've got enough funds and stuff together to go into a regular commercial district.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
The treasurer on the PTA at the Vansville Elementary School. And thanks to Ms. Lehman, who came out last night during our PTA. I just wanted to come up and talk about a couple of things that were brought up that affect Vansville Elementary School that I'm sure is going to affect a lot of the other elementary schools in PG County as well. One of them that we talked about was going from a full day pre-K to a half a day pre-K. A lot of our parents are very upset about that because they do realize that once they're in the pre-K, a lot of these students are learning or advancing, so by the time they get to kindergarten, it's another step ahead. And when these children, if you cut that back, then that's going to cut back the kindergarten and just kind of set our children back. So that's one of the things that was brought up. Another thing that we would like you to really consider, and I understand it is a budget cut, are buses. I understand the gentleman just mentioned, which we just learned about as well, is cutting the buses as far as for specialty schools, but we would like you to look at the buses for the schools in general. Our elementary schools share the buses with the high schools, and because of that, the elementary school children are going to school late. Our buses are coming and picking our children up maybe about 5-10 minutes before school starts. So you have several children who, in Northern Laurel, they start at 7:45, which is almost the same time as the high schools. Well, they do the high schools first, and then they come get the elementary school kids. The kids are waiting out there in the rain. So you know the issues, but we just like you to bring those up. And when you look at your budget cuts, look at those two things, because those are the babies of the children who we are really getting greatly affected by the budget cuts that are happening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, certainly as someone who's been
I don't know
affected.
if you can look for volunteers to come in once they go through the screening process to come in to do that, because I understand the teachers are already pretty loaded with what they have, and so asking them to stay after school would not be to their advantage. But if there's some other way where you don't necessarily cut out the athletics for the middle schools, simply because it is an outlet for the kids, we aren't getting PE anymore. I mean,
Right.
Just the whole health. I mean, it can go a whole different ways. But if you have to cut that, maybe if you can look for alternative ways to, like I said, have volunteers come in, go through the pre-screening. There are plenty of people, coaches that we have who volunteer to help the children out, basically for other organizations that if you put the word out there, I'm sure if their schedules could accommodate, they would come in and do that too. So if you have to cut that, if you could just think of another avenue to maybe still keep it in there, but not necessarily have it within your budget. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. With that, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out here and helping us as we craft this budget. Thank you.